The Bohr model of the atom. Let's review how the Bohr model came into being. We started with the Plum pudding model. This was done by J.J. Thomson after the discovery of the electron. He had the atom being an amorphous blob of pudding of positive charge, with these electrons placed in there like little plums placed in the pudding. This model does not work as we saw from Rutherford's experiments. The next model we're going to look at is the solar system model, where it was thought that the electrons orbited around the nucleus. The problem with this idea is that accelerating electrons, and they're accelerating because they're changing direction, would radiate energy, and as they lost energy, they would spiral into the nucleus after just a few nanoseconds. Bohr determined that the electrons must exist in certain energy levels. He didn't quite know how to do this, so he still had the electrons orbiting around the nucleus. He said, though, that as they orbited, for some reason they did not give off energy. It's just something he had to say in order to make his model work. He then said that there could only be certain energy levels within an atom, and that the electrons could exist in any of these energy levels. Okay, as you can see, the energy hitting this is from light, and if the light has just the right frequency, the electron will be boosted to higher energy levels. The electron will then eventually fall back to ground state. We can see this much better if we look at a flattened version of the atom, and this is called the Bohr energy level diagram. You can see the zero energy state is the ionized state. That is when the electron has actually left the atom. The electron's normal state is ground state. Okay, and the way this is going to work out is the electron starts in ground state, and if light of just the right energy hits the atom, in this case 4 electron volts, it will boost the electron up to a higher energy level. And since there is an energy level with a 4 electron volt gap, the electron will be boosted into the -6 electron volt energy level. The electron will not stay there, but will eventually return back to ground state, and when it returns back to ground state, it will give off a photon with an energy of 4 electron volts. So we boost the electron to higher levels by the addition of energy, and when the electron falls back to ground state, it gives off energy in the form of light. Okay, we could also have this atom absorb an energy of 8. And if it absorbs 8 electron volts, it will boost it up into the -2 level. Once it's in the -2 level, it can fall in a series of steps from 2 to -6, giving off a photon with 4 electron volts. It'll then fall back to ground state and give off a photon with an energy of 4 electron volts. Or it could give off 1 photon with an energy of 8 electron volts.